I just want to get a quick look here for you guys at the OneTigris. I can't remember the name of the model of this hot tent, but I'll put it on the screen. Just can't remember the name of it. But I know it's from OneTigris. It's a 2 to 4 person. The peak height is 6'7", but it tapers down really fast as a TP style tent. And we have the Danchel outdoor stove, and I'll put that on the screen as well, the name of it. And then I'll leave links in the description box in case you're interested in this. No affiliation, just from one camper to another if you're interested in something. But so what's cool about this setup here is you can backpack with it. This tent packs down really small and it's really lightweight. The front door has some really cool configurations, and I have not tried or tested that out yet. I'm setting this up for the very first time, but I'm trying to get the fire going in the stove. Give you a quick look at this tent. I want to do some backpacking with this here soon. Oh, and also backpacking that I was talking about. The stove, you can backpack with it as well. It folds down into a little briefcase carrier thing. And so another thing I want to show you is we have about 20-mile-an-hour winds right now, and the tent does flutter. I only have 2 guy out points, and it's right towards where the wind is coming from, and you can see the pipe. It does touch up there from time to time when the wind is blowing a little bit. You can tether guy lines from the spark arrestor up top to help stabilize that, but I don't have that done. I wanted to see how it would do without being tethered in 20-mile-an-hour winds, and so far it's working really good. So I do have a bug net that goes up inside here. It's a 2-person, so basically it will divide this tent in half, and it has a bathtub style floor and a net, and you just bring it inside, you stake it out on the ground inside here, and then there's a big foam ball at the top of this single pole, and it just slips over that. It's kind of cool having that big foam ball versus just being the end of the metal and like a plastic plug or something. The foam ball really does widen the grip that the tent has on the pole structure, and a lot less risk of tear and rips. So that is pretty cool. I put a piece of fat wood and some wood in here and some paper, and I don't think it's caught fire yet. But when I first got the stove, I did go ahead and do a burnout on it, or seasoning, whichever one you want to call it. And I just did it in my driveway out in the open. It worked really well. So there's not going to be any issues with this stove. Just remember, when you do this, make sure you have some sort of carbon monoxide detector. I have a little handheld one. I'll show that somewhere in the video as well. We're going to keep this video short. This is just a first look at the OneTigris hot tent. I can't remember the name. It's been on the screen here a couple times, I'm sure already. But oh, and the front door, it does zip in 2 places. You can pull out 2 of the stakes on the front, and you can create a big like porch awning. I'll put a picture on the screen how that works. To be able to do that, you're going to have a tarp pole or trucking pole, or tie it up to a tree. It does not come with the extra pole to be able to do that, so I do have trucking poles and tarp poles, so I will test that out at some point. But today, with 20-mile-an-hour winds, being 7 degrees outside, I'm not going to mess with that today. So if I've been paying better attention, I would not have put my door facing the brunt of the wind, because your stove is kind of right there by the front door. If I had to do this over and I didn't feel like doing it because it was really windy, turning this around and having the door face away from the wind. And the main reason for that is around this tent there are snow skirts, but where the front door is, there's no snow skirts. So wind is able to come up through there pretty easily. But you want to have some sort of draft anyway when you're doing hot tenting. It does have 2 roof vents up here, and they are open. But I'm gonna try to get this fire going. We'll get a good look around the tent inside and out. I think our fire is starting to take off a little bit. So there is another model that has glass down the sides. I did not opt for that one, it was more expensive, but it does have the glass on the end here. And you can cook on top here. Just get you a griddle or a skillet, and you'll be able to cook on top of here. That's starting to warm up already. Just that one little log going. But yeah, it's really interesting how this smokestack packs away. You can see right there that little tube sleeve. This is basically just a sheet of tin, and when you undo these rings and unfold it, it's just a flat sheet. It's about 7 foot long, and you just roll it up and then you put these rings on it to hold its form. Then you have a spark arrestor up top, and then it goes into here, and you have a little flue, and it all packs down into that little carry case. And it comes with the gloves, a little poker thing. Oh, there's my here's my carbon monoxide detector. I thought I left it in the house, but I have it here. So this is a good portable one. You just clip that, say like to here or something, clip it there, and just let you know if you're getting too much carbon monoxide in your tent. So I'm just sitting in a low profile chair. It sits pretty low to the ground, and my knee is almost touching the pole, and my head, if I lean back a little bit, it does touch the tent. So you really, if you're gonna bring a cot into this tent, you wanna get one of those low profile cots, like a backpacker's cot. A regular cot will not fit in here very well and work with this stove. If you brought a regular size cot in here, I think you would have to 86 the stove. Another cool feature about this tent is the doors do have 2-way zippers, so there's a zipper at the top and a zipper at the bottom. So when you're trying to set up your tent and load stuff inside here, you're gonna want to use that bottom zipper and completely open that door up. But once you're done bringing things in and you just need to step out, it's real easy just to use that top one, lower it down, step through, and then zip it back up. That way you don't have to bend all the way down to the bottom. All right, so I have my low profile cot. It's a nature hike. It's very nice. As you saw, I'm able to assemble this inside the tent here. So that is very nice. And then I just have a Thermarest self-inflating pad, insulated pad, just to keep the chill off your backside. Now we're starting to feel some heat. Let's take a look at our meter. So we look good there. And I still don't think that thermostat is reading correctly outdoors. But we are showing 9-degree difference. And that fire just started getting going. So when you do have a good fire, this pipe will get red and it will glow at night. And I do have a sleeve that I want to put on it up around there just to help protect that where it touches. Just a little extra precaution, but that's what that little jack is for. But just extra precaution, I'm gonna add that sleeve to it. But you can see with 20-mile-an-hour winds out there, and I do not have the pipe tethered down. I'm testing this out. I wanted to make sure that, see how it performed in some winds. But it looks like it should handle okay. Man, the fire's going pretty good now. The heat is really starting to swell in the tent here. The heat is going up and radiating back down. It's warm. It's starting to feel pretty good in here. So we're showing 20 degrees difference right now. So that fire just got going, and it didn't take long at all to really heat this tent up. So if I was to pitch this tent on completely level surface, which I'm really not, I have some gaps, little sink areas that I pitched this tent on. If you can find it completely flat, then you can keep a lot of the air from coming in, especially with those snow skirts. But even with that, it is very comfortable warm in here. So it's taken a while for my outside probe thermometer to acclimate. It's actually colder than what that thermometer shows. It's still dropping, the one outside, while the one inside is rising. That's a pretty good temperature difference. And we're still good on our carbon dioxide reading. So if the carbon dioxide level gets too high, this will alert you before it's dangerous levels. So right now we're about 24 degrees warmer than it is outside, and that fire just got going. This fireplace can hold a lot more wood, and you can really get a raging fire in there, but I'm just doing a little test today. So far this is working out great. Like I said, I think I could do a little better job of finding a place, a better level place to set up this tent. And I can cut, I'm getting quite a bit of airflow coming in those low spots on the ground there. The snow skirt does help, but when the wind's blowing, it still comes up through there a little bit. Man, this is exciting. This is really cool. This is my first time hot tent camping. It's been around for a long time. You know, there's tons of videos out there on it. And I just wanted to try it out, man. Just I think eventually I want to get a canvas tent that I could hot tent in, but I wanted a tent where I could pack out a mile or two and be able to do this as well. So that is kind of cool. You can get out to a really cool secluded, you know, area, and you can hot tent camp with this setup and get out there without breaking your back too bad. All right, thanks for tuning in and taking a quick look. Adios.